Hello angels, welcome back to another beaded embroidery video. So in this video we're gonna bead this swimsuit. The top and the bottom does not match. I think I got the top from Amazon and the bottom from Shein. It's high-waisted. It's cute. I wanted to do a one-piece swimsuit. I could have sworn that I had like a red, oh my god, my voice. I could have sworn that I had a red one-piece swimsuit, but I look all over the place for it and I could not find it. So I found this cute top and bottom. So I was like, okay, let me try it out on this one first, so that when I found a swimsuit that I wanted to embroidery in the first place, then I would have an idea of how it needs to look and how everything needs to lay out. So I was gonna do, looking at it, it doesn't make any sense, but I wanted to do a crab on the bottom of the swimsuit. And then my aunt point out it may not be a good idea. So I had to scrap the entire idea. And then for the top, I was just going to do a palm tree and then a shell. But listen, the whole part of this, I was changing up ideas, trying to find image on Pinterest, on Google, until I finally settled on something. And I'm just using my little safety pin to pin down all of the images that I trace. So this was the idea at first, and then I had some breakfast because I needed some energy to try to figure out what I was gonna do. So the crab, I put it on the shirt. I'm gonna embroidery after I finish this swimsuit, and then like all the other stuff I'm gonna do. I decided to do the bottom with some turtle, a coral reef, some shell, and that was the idea. So I'm just pinning down everything. These are removable. Well, they're water, I don't know. It's crazy. But they are water resistant. They're not resistant. I don't know. I must have put the name of the paper that I'm using up top there, guys. And also in the description box, so you guys know what I'm going to be using. A list of everything. Everything I basically got from Amazon, to be honest. All of the beads, needle, thread. Yeah. I'm using almost every color bead that I have, to be honest. So what I always like to do when I'm embroidering anything, I always like to do the outline first. So I always like to go around the corner and then just slowly fill it in until I fill it in completely. So for this shell, I decided to use all of the purple that I had. I basically did the same thing to everything that I was doing. And since the beads comes in different shades, different color, even though it's purple, you got like a lighter purple, a darker purple, different shape. That's basically what I was doing, so I could fill it in completely. And I'm just using a normal needle and thread, and I'm using like the smallest needle that I could find. And then for the thread, I'm making sure to tie it at the bottom so that it doesn't come unravel. And once I place the beads onto the needle, then I just sew it down. Every single bead has to get sewed down individually. If not, it's going to be moving around. It's going to be shifting. When you remove the paper underneath it, it could just move in place. So you have to sew down every single every single bead. That's why this took a very long time. Like one of these, you could probably be sitting here for like 6 hours just doing it if you just do it straight. And I did a ton of stuff. So this took days on top of days on top of days. That a bag could take me a week, but this, it took me days. Days on top of days. It's very fast forward. How long did this take? I think I was timing myself. It took me about 2 hours. You would not think to yourself this little simple thing right here would take 2 hours, but my thread kept on getting stuck because of the long bead. This bead, it gets stuck on everything, or it's not in place, or it's shifting around, or my thread gets tangled up, so then I have to start over, re-thread the needle. So it definitely took a minute. So since I finished the outline, I'm just going to be doing the middle as well. So the outline I did like a darker purple, and then in the middle I'm doing a lighter purple. And here's a close-up. Now I'm going in with all of my beads, all of my sequins, and look gorgeous. I didn't have enough black thread, so I went with this lighter color. It still looks good on the beads, but when it came onto the sequence, you could definitely see it up close. So that was a win-lose situation. And I think that, oh yes, both of the threads ran out on me. I had to use brown. So I probably should have just did it in black thread, because at the end of the day it was going to run out. So I decided that the palm tree wasn't a good idea, so I removed it. I tried to save it so that it could stick onto something else. That did not work. I traced out this shell, and I decided that I'm going to be doing it in the color blue. I was going to be matching up the color blue. I was like, I want to see how every color looks, because remember, this is not a swimsuit that I wanted to bead in the first place. So the one that I'm actually going to do, I want to make sure that the colors are going to be looking good and everything's going to be looking great. So now I'm just pinning it down, doing the same thing, pinning it down so that it doesn't move around when I need to sew it. And by the way, this fabric is a sticker, so once you stick it down, it should stay in place like after I pin it. So, but you still do have to pin it so that it's not moving around in place. Here I was just trying to decide what color I wanted. One of them is mainly gold. The other one, you got some mainly yellow, a little bit of some gold, and then you have the blue. So I was thinking about doing the blue crab, because remember, the crab was what I wanted to do in the first place. But it ended up running out of beads on certain blue beads, so probably just going to have to do the crab in red. So the back, since I finished, all I'm doing is securing it in place. So I'm sewing down the back and then just cutting it with my scissors, and that's just how it looks. So we got one finished, and now this onto the bigger one. I should probably did both of them the same thing, but it's different. It's pretty. And here's a close-up on the starfish. Gorgeous, gorgeous. The little details and everything just looks so beautiful. Now it's in the morning. It's time for the show. I don't think this was picking up on camera, but it wasn't like a normal white. It was iridescent, so when the sun was hitting it, it looked so beautiful, like if it was definitely underwater. So gorgeous. And now I'm going down through the lines with the long beads. Again, you gotta sew down every single bead. This took its own little minute, and I thought I was gonna run out of bead, but I forgot that I had like another bead set that had the same color beads. And now it's lunchtime and I'm almost finished. It looked like it's almost finished, but this took the longest because obviously it's big and I had to do the bottom, I had to do the top. Even though the beads around the corners were big and then we had some big beads, it really did take a minute. I decided to go with every single color. So now it's dinner time, and this is where I've gotten so far. So I had lunch and then I had dinner, and I was still on the same top, but I made sure to stay up all night to finish it, and that's how it turned out. So we finished with the top. The top looks so gorgeous. In the middle, I wanted to remove that metal thing and add in there like a starfish or a seashell, but I couldn't find any on Amazon. I'm still gonna look because I need to bring the whole look together. Now we can start on the bottom. These are the yellows that we're gonna be going with. I'm gonna do both of the starfish at the corners first, then I can work my way into the middle. I wasn't starting in the middle. I was like, let's just get the little starfish out of the way. So this one, we're going in with some orange. This bead, it is orange in the middle, and then like around the corner, it is white or clear, I shall say. So it definitely looked like an actual starfish. You're gonna see when I put it in a better lighting. I was like, oh, it's so gorgeous, it's so pretty. So the same thing, you thread the beads onto the needle, and then you just sew down every single bead individually so that nothing sticks out, nothing is moving around, and everything looks pretty good. I wish I had more of these beads. I definitely would have filled it in completely, and it would have looked so much gorgeous. But like the same thing that we were doing before, we're going with every different color orange. And gorgeous. It's looking good so far. I'm just showing you guys a little progress. It's just sewing. Well, this one is a little starfish, so it really didn't take me that long of a time, but this is just how it looks. And this is the other one. This one definitely was not drawn correctly, but I just still kept it. I decided to go with some red. This red is holographic. It's like red and orange. Look at how pretty it looks with a flash on. So gorgeous. I mean, it's absolutely stunning. I definitely messed up on it because I was watching the Bernie Mac show, and then I wasn't really paying attention. So by the time I thread the needle, it was stuck onto the fabric, and I didn't want to unthread everything, to re-sew everything. I was like, you know what? I'm going to have to figure out how to make this work. So that's why there's an extra leg on the starfish, unfortunately. I really didn't feel like starting over. So I'm going in with the iridescent bead and also with a normal red bead. So I only used 2 different color beads, to be honest. And it looks fine. So we're finished with the big shell. Now we're going to do a little one, the exact same color, the exact same style. But unfortunately, obviously, the big shell took a lot of the beads. So I really didn't have enough of the same beads to do this back over again, unfortunately. But it's the same system. I kind of messed up because the image that I drew on there was too small. So I wanted to make it a little bigger. So I just freehanded. It still turned out cute. It looks gorgeous. Now it's time for the coral. We're going in with some yellow. And in the shell beside it, I'm going in with some white and gold. So I'm just showing you guys what I've done so far. So pretty. The way how I like to do it is I like to do the outlines. So I do the outlines, and then in the morning or in the evening, wherever, then I start to fill it in. So now I'm having my dinner, taking a quick little break, watching some shows, and this is my thread. They are finished. Like, I've done a ton of projects on these so far, 2 bags, so I definitely understand why I'm out of threads. But I finished the coral, and I was time for the shell. By the way, that's not white. It's the iridescent white, not like the shell. But it's not picking up on camera. I think it will pick up like when it's in the sun. So I'm switching in between these 2 little beads to get the correct color that I wanted. And I'm going in with this gold right here. And it just looks so gorgeous. I'm trying to show you guys what I'm doing up close with one hand. So I split the thread in half, and then I'm able to sew it down. Once you do that, the beads are not going to be moving. They're going to be secured in place so that when you need to sew down everything, it's quite easy. Pin and sew. So after I do this, I go back in there individually and sew down every single thread. But I want to make sure that it's not moving around or anything. Or if I add enough beads, did not add enough. If I add too much beads, if I add not enough beads. If you add too much beads, it's going to be sticking out. If you add the perfect amount, it's just going to be laying down flat, just like how this is laying down flat, which looks gorgeous. And all you have to do is just sew it down so that it's not moving around in place. And I'm doing the same thing over and over again until you completely filled up whatever you're doing. I'm doing this with one hand and it's shaking. Yeah. The birds outside are singing. They sound so beautiful. So I finished the shell, and this one is my favorite. I thought this would be my favorite. Oops, a dog. The coral turned out pretty good. I decided to go with some iridescent beads. These ones right here, they look like if it's yellow, red, and it just looks like it has different colors. It looks pretty from afar, to be honest. Very, very pretty. So now we just have the turtle to fill up in place. The turtle only took me like 2 days, to be exact. And obviously we're going in with green, and we're using every single type of green. Every type of green. So the first thing we have to do is the outline, and I decided to go with some some gold. And it's looking good. I'm using that tiny, tiny, tiny gold at the corner. And now I'm doing the outline, and it's going to be green. This green right here, unfortunately, I ran out. As you guys could see, I really didn't have enough in the first place, so I knew that I wasn't going to be able to fill in the turtle. I was only going to be able to do the outline. So for the center, I just did some brighter green, and it looks good. And then I use a black bead for the eye, because I do have some black beads as well for when I was doing my space theme beaded embroidery bag, and that's how it looks. So now this is the best part. To finish the bead, to finish the turtle. How long did this take? Oh, I finished the entire season of Residence on Netflix. So that's how long. If you wanted an idea of how long this took me, it took me 8 episodes of Residence on Netflix. Well, not the outline, but to fill in everything. It took a minute, but it looks so cute. I'm just showing you guys the progress as I'm using different color beads, and it just looks so pretty. I'm so happy to see everything just coming together so perfectly. So pretty, so gorgeous. We're going in with some dark beads, some light beads. Even though that bead in the corner looks blue, trust me, it's not blue. Maybe it is blue. No, it's in the green. The green bead box, so it has to be green. But we only have one little box to fill, and obviously we're going in with the bigger beads, because using the small beads, it would have taken a minute. And honestly, I was just so over this. I was ready to be done with this. And this is how it looks. This is how it turned out. The turtle and the shell just looks so pretty. Look at how it looks. Absolutely gorgeous. I love it. I love it. I love it. So now it's time to wash off the paper at the back. So I'm going to remove the hoop. I'm going to remove the pins that I have in there, which I did off camera. And then you're just going to wash it off with some normal water. So I made sure to wash it off on this little table so that I could just have it sitting out so that it could dry properly. I really didn't have any place to hang these. I couldn't hang it anywhere, but... Alright, sorry about the noise outside. I was waiting for the sun to come in so I could show you guys how it looks, but yeah, that's not happening. The top is... I need to rewash this, but this is how it looks. This is how it turned out. It looks so cute. I don't like the starfish. That's the only one that's truly like messed up. The turtle turned out so cute. The shell, like, it just looks so cute. So pretty. I love it. It looks so gorgeous. Oops, I almost dropped my phone. What would you guys think? Comment down below. Obviously, I'm not going to try it on because the video is going to be taken down. But it looks so cute. I like it. Just imagine, forget about the bottom. Just imagine the swimsuit top with like a long black or white skirt on the beach with your little bag. Like, absolutely stunning. Or just imagine these two together with a black mesh beach skirt, it would look so cute. Like, it just looks so gorgeous. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Alrighty. Thank you guys for watching. I'm pretty sure it's a long video, but bye. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Toodaloo.